See,
What is up, everybody?
What's up?
Got William here and Lee, and we're
what's
just
up?
hanging out. How many people are here? Nobody. Three. Probably the three of us here. Oh wait, John Wilburn's here. I don't know if he's still here or not.
Oh,
What am I getting in? Oh, okay. So
had to
what do you guys been doing? Oh, there's Dean. We can start
So
now. Dean's here.
I do have a question for people. Should I install my new speedometer before No Name or after No Name?
I would try to blow the old one up in the burnout competition.
It's already blown up. It blew up last year.
Oh well, I don't know. I'd wait
It
then.
stopped
You
working last
don't
year.
want
Now
to toast that one.
my
I wouldn't
speedo
want to
is
toast that
like
one. That
it's
one's
like
nice.
stays on like a certain number. Then I hit a bump and then it changes. So
Yeah, I would wait till after.
That's what I was thinking too. I'll wait till afterwards, and then I'll wait till after the torture test, and then I'll install it later.
Oh, here there. Let's get rid of some of that noise. There we go. That fucking air conditioner's
We're
loud.
missing something, Brian.
Oh shit! Yeah, damn it. See, I'm screwing up now.
Smooth
It's
jazz,
internet
man.
problem.
We need our smooth jazz.
I know we didn't even have any smooth jazz last week. Let's see which one. Jazz Mango.
I had a local buddy that I actually bought that extra hood and deck lid from. Contacted me yesterday and said he had some charger parts that he wanted to give me, and some that he wanted some money for, but not that much. He didn't say anything about a speedo or anything, so I was that was honestly a really big surprise. But was able to pick up some really good stuff.
See, but okay. Now, Lee, you said you got a place in Tennessee, close to Nashville.
Yep.
Can you realize how many people are in that area? How many YouTubers are in that area? I'm wanting to next summer sometime. I'm wanting to head out there. We need to schedule it when you guys can be up there for a weekend.
I've been
Maybe
up there
we'll all go
about
to a
every
track
month.
or something.
That's what's been killing me on the dart budget and everything. I've been up in Tennessee every month the last year or so. Tennessee's awesome.
Man,
if you want to come up there, let me know. We'll meet you up there.
Yeah, I figure, you got Dr. Art up there, JD's up there, Daddy's Money Garage is up there, Paul John's up there. We could all meet up somewhere to track or something, and for a testing tune or something, just have some fun.
Yep. Yeah, I want to hit up the one up there near Nashville. Like I said, it's weird. It's uphill, but that's still kind of fun. You know, I'll get together and come up there and throw down.
It'd be like a mini before No Name Nationals meetup.
I just checked, and Nashville is about 3.5 hours from me.
Yep.
Not bad.
You're closer than me. It's about.
I was thinking it was about 4, but
I think it's right at 5 hours for me.
It shouldn't be that bad. From Manchester, where I'm at, it's about 4 hours to No Name for me, depending on traffic.
Yeah, but I'm about 2 hours from No Name.
Yeah, which Nashville is an hour up, so that should be about 3 hours.
We're right about 5 hours, I think. I think when I took that trip out there to be on Tony's Live, it was about a 5-hour drive. That ain't shit though. I'll do that all day long.
Yeah, if you're going to Murfreesboro, that's about 30-45 minutes south of it.
Yeah. Well, we went out there and we hung out.
Traffic now. Traffic in Nashville and Murfreesboro is just ridiculous.
Man, we hit one spot where it was just, the lane, it was down to one lane, It was narrow as shit. It was dark. I could the lights on that fucking truck of mine are shit. Oh, I was getting mad. I can't. Ugh.
Yeah, it's the bad part. Like I said, we worked at Coates, which is in South Nashville, and we were driving back and forth from Manchester. And when we left to move down to Florida, we sat there and drove through all this construction for like 3 or 4 years. When we left, they got it done.
Huh.
It's like, come on, man. It's like, seriously.
Then you go to visit, and there's some more, and there's some more construction.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah. Well, like I said, the last time I went down Brawley Parkway, and it's like, what? It's like they got it done. It's like 4 or 5 lanes. It's like, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if it was nice while you were there.
Yeah, Nashville, it's like, well, I've known people that have, they live 15 miles from work, but it still takes them hour and a half to get there.
Dang.
8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's nuts.
Hey, Southern Juju.
Yeah, I live about, I guess, 30 miles from work. It takes me about half hour, 45 minutes to get to work every day. I wish I was closer, but
I think I'm right at about 25 minutes. Not bad. I don't take the interstate. If I took the interstate, it'd be a little bit shorter time. But the route I take to work and back, it doesn't matter what time of year it is. It takes me about 20-25 minutes to get home. It could be Christmas Eve. It could be whatever holiday, and it always takes me the same amount of time to get home. I love it. I have a problem sitting in traffic. Sitting in traffic infuriates me, so I try to avoid it wherever possible.
That's what's good about my job is I work a different place every day, so I get to plan it out and then avoid the craziness, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
It's like I-4 down here in Orlando. It's usually crazy about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Take a toll road, go around it.
One of the problem roads around here when it comes to rush hour traffic is Highway 302. And it can be crazy.
Yeah.
Especially rush hour, especially holidays, Fridays, Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Just overall crazy. And it's a 5-lane. Most of it is a 5-lane road. You got a turning lane and two lanes for each direction.
Yeah. But
it's just a lot of traffic.
What are the William down there where you're at? Just I mean, I don't know if you even know or even looked at it, but like, what does it cost to rent like a 2 or 3 bedroom house out there?
It ain't cheap. I know that. I want to say 11 to 1400.
Okay.
Right about that, I think.
Buy one.
I haven't checked any of the pricing, but I think I heard somebody say that.
Rent so much now, man. Besides, well, like I said, down here, when you get over to the beach side and stuff like that, shit, they're $5,000 a month. And even over here where we're at, they're wanting $1,500 a month for just a little, like I said, 1-2 bedroom house.
I can't imagine $5,000 a month.
Yeah. Well, taxes over there are probably $15,000 to $20,000 a year.
Woo.
Yeah. So you got $1,000 a month just in taxes. So
they can have it.
I got it in my head. If something happens at my job, I want to try to go to work for Edelbrock.
Like I said, Tennessee's nice.
I'd like to.
Place to live
in this area, Brian. You want to live in Mississippi and work in Tennessee because the good places in Memphis are usually super expensive.
Yeah.
The cheaper places to live, the cheaper, better places to live are in Mississippi, and then you just work in Tennessee.
Like I said, I still own the first house I ever bought, which was in Manchester, and my house payment was right at. Well, when I first bought it, the interest rate was crazy, but when I paid it off, it was still about $500 a month. And that was my house payment. And that was with taxes and everything included.
That's what ours was before it got paid off from life insurance stuff from my dad. I think it was like $530, $540 something a month. This is also a mortgage that had been in place for quite a while too.
Well, like I said, right now interest rates are 7-8%. It's ridiculous.
Have you guys seen that guy? What is his name? Oliver Anthony.
Yeah.
Sings that song. What is it? Richmond, north of Richmond.
North of Richmond.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
It's kind of cool how all that shit's starting to come out, though. You know.
Hopefully it does.
People are starting to.
People need to be speaking out. The more, the
Well,
better.
the thing is, that's the thing, though. When it starts coming out in music, and the music starts getting pop, that's when, because you know, people are influenced by
all
music.
of it. And Jason Aldean's now got another one that's pretty good. You know, I mean, it needs to come out. The silent majority needs to stand up.
Well,
Please.
the thing is, though, I like stuff like that. I like the independent artists to do it. But like, if you're in the music industry, I really don't think half of those songs that those guys get, they didn't write it.
They don't. Like I said,
and they're told to perform it. So it's like,
from Nashville is fake.
Yeah,
I'll sit here and say it right now. Anything from Nashville, anything you've seen, all it is about a pretty face, and that's all it is. Everybody writes their song. Everybody produces their stuff. I can tell you that from experience. There's a few out there maybe that's kind of close, like Luke Combs, but still he'll fold under, like I said, him, and he's got strings attached. Everybody's got strings attached. You know what I'm saying? There's really,
I don't know how many strings Kid Rock has attached to him, though. I don't think he's got many.
not many. He don't.
I think he made enough money. I think he made enough money and just said, "Fuck it."
Fuck everybody. Yeah. That's great.
I liked him way back when he first came out. I liked
Well,
him.
it's like the thing my brother was talking about. Is like you see him with I guess he's setting up in Nashville with a Bud Light can in his hand, and that's going around.
I saw that picture.
From when, picture. That's the thing. How old is that picture?
True.
That could be an old picture.
Is it Photoshop? You know,
people have gotten. Normal people have gotten really, really good at Photoshop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's whatever, and if he drinks, but whatever. Like I said, my brother works for Anheuser-Busch, so and like I said, all this crap ain't hurting the rich fuckers that did this. It's hurting my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. I'm in St. Louis,
and it's you know, it's just one of them things.
I hate to see it because I'm in St. Louis. You know, that's a majority of the economy around here. But you know,
what's funny about St. Louis? I got one of my funniest stories. We went to Las Vegas, and I got held over in Las Vegas. My plane was supposed to leave at 10 o'clock in the morning. George W. Bush flew in. They shut the whole airport down.
Where was that at?
In Las Vegas.
Okay.
So my plane was supposed to leave at 10 o'clock. I had a connecting flight in St. Louis, right? So George Bush flew in. They shut the whole airport down. I'm there at 8 o'clock in the morning, ready for my flight. right? It was probably 7:30 that night before I left to go to St. Louis.
Dang.
Yeah. So I missed my connecting flight, which is all cool. They got me a hotel room, all that stuff. But I go to the bar and I just wanted a beer after that long day, and I wanted a Bud Light because like I said, normally I drink Bud Light. That's my go-to beer, just to throw down some beers. Like I said, I like all beer, but if I just want to chill and relax, I'll just slam a couple Bud Lights. I go to St. Louis, they're out of Bud Light. Like, seriously?
It's like they make
Like,
this shit.
no, we don't have any. I'm like, well, just give me a Jack and Coke. So I had probably 10 Jack and Cokes in St. Louis that night. I got hammered, and my flight to leave to Orlando the next morning was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I woke up hungover, and hey, I went to the airport, got on that plane. There was probably 4 people on that plane.
Wow.
It went. There was 4 people. Oh, I just crawled out the whole lane.
I don't know how that just I used to fly a whole lot when I worked for the newspaper place, working on the printing presses, and it was like every time we get on a flight, what do you want to drink? Bloody Mary. It's 6 a.m. Yeah, that's why it's Bloody Mary. It's breakfast drink. That kind of ended.
If I'm getting a Bloody Mary, you know I had a rough night before. Hair of the dog.
I used to have a wooden Anheuser-Busch crate in the back seat of my Charger, just for general car show stuff and whatnot. After the Anheuser incident and everything, I gave the crate to my neighbor and then put my vintage dynamite crate in the back. So now I've got a crate. So now I have a crate that says dynamite on it in the back seat of the Charger.
Yeah, I hate it.
That is someplace that
didn't hurt anybody big, but it hurt like the small people, which I hate that. But
yeah,
like I said, we need to keep on.
I think it might have hurt them a little bit because their business is down, still down from that.
Well, from like my brother said, Anheuser-Busch is like Bud Light's down, but everything else everybody picked a different thing, and what they're picking Corona or whatever, but it all leveled out. They didn't lose shit. Which I would say they didn't lose anything, but they didn't gain anything like they would have. Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
their uptick never happened, but they're still making the same pretty much. So, and it's all down to a corporate level, and which I can get into the whole that thing with the stuff they're pushing. Even our work, it's sad days. Let me just put it that way.
Yep. I know I've been talking about it every now and then, but I will be putting out my No Name Nationals sticker bomb Decklid video tomorrow.
Oh, cool!
I've had everybody's stickers in this little container right here, so it's kind of gave them a curve. So I put them in my automatic transmission manual book, and to flatten them out. So hopefully they'll be all nice and flat for the video tomorrow. I'm gonna have I got some No Name National stickers from that I'm gonna have the No Name National sticker in the center, and then everybody else is around it. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna leave the Decklid on the Charger, and then after No Name, I'm gonna swap it out with another Decklid I have, and I'm gonna hang up the other one in my room.
I was thinking about putting everybody's all the stickers I collect on my because I'm putting that you got to put the metal firewall in where the back seat used to be. I think that's where I'm going to do my sticker bomb on the car.
That'd be cool.
I thought about doing my roll cage like that. Just everybody's stickers around the roll cage and stuff like that. But
oh yeah, I figured it'd be cool to have the Decklid on the Charger and just tell people, If you come over, you don't see your sticker on there, put your sticker on there.
I got to get some stickers made. I got my normal stickers, and then I want to get some of these. Where is it? There it is. See, it didn't show up on my screen. Did it show up?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, okay.
We saw it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
See it. This internet, man. I usually don't have any problems out of it. I don't know what the deal is. I got to call.
I said, hopefully you're good at No Name. Internet, like I said, I didn't have any bars at No Name.
I didn't have anything last year. Nothing.
And like I said, we had we plugged in a generator and had, like I said, Dallas come over there and they put the Wi-Fi thing on top of our trailer. That was running, like I said, we were running a generator 24/7 for their internet. And it was still kind of, so.
I thought about investing in one of those cell phone signal booster things, but through AT&T, they're like $200-something.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if they're going to do that again, I know they had one at our pit. Maybe they need to have one down there with you guys, because we're still going to set up kind of in the middle because of the tire changer and pit spot or whatever.
If they had a couple,
we got ours in, maybe we can do like a mesh thing with you guys down there. I'm pretty sure y'all still going to try to be in the same spot.
Yeah. John Wilburn said we're in the same spot again.
Yeah. So if we can get one, like I said, we'll run a generator there in the middle for us, and then run a generator down there for you guys, because you said you're going to have a generator, right?
Oh yeah. I plan on it.
So So hopefully
we'll not more than one.
A whole deal.
Well, the thing is, too, you also you got to think cell phone. If you get a bunch of people in one place using cell phones, the signal goes away, and shit, you get 100 some odd YouTubers together. What's going to happen?
Everybody wants to stream. Everybody wants to
all day.
I think I was actually the first one to upload a No Name video last year. Because I tried to get my video out as fast as possible, because I'm usually quick with my video editing anyway, and I didn't really have too much footage from last year. But I'm gonna try to have a little bit more footage this year, walking around talking to people.
That's same here. Like I said, we had problems with GoPros overheat. It was a constant mess with like I said, GoPros. Like I said, Dean's a little bit better now, but like I said, he had a lot of stuff, and he gets button happy, so he would hit the button a couple too many times, and like I said, a lot of his videos were in time lapse mode. He'd go around talking, it was like, well, that ain't gonna work.
That would actually be pretty cool to watch anyway.
Yeah, well, I put it on the video. I was like, yeah, we had some camera issues, and then like the ones in the car, I would come back to them and it'd be like, your GoPro overheated, and that's like I said, GoPro.
I haven't had my 10 overheat yet.
Batteries. I will say this: anybody that uses a GoPro, if you ever see your batteries bulging out, get rid of them. They're going to overheat and do some weird stuff. I mean, it's not a. Oh shit.
There goes your GoPro. Now you got to buy a new one. My 10 hasn't overheated yet. Which one do you have?
Got something I'm gonna try to use next year or this year is this device here. It's got the battery in it and everything, and I'm thinking this fully charged may actually help prevent my GoPro from overheating.
Yeah, I've got one of them too. It's actually pretty, and that's it. Like I said, but if you ever see your GoPro battery just bulging a little bit on the side, it's going to do that. It's going to overheat.
Huh.
This is a little camera I bought.
I don't even have mine here.
It's like a drone. It's a little DJI, but it's like the drone camera. But it's on a gimbal.
Yeah.
William, don't you have that 3D camera or whatever it is?
I have one of those, and I could try to bring it and play with it, but it has been so long since I pulled it out. Last time I tried to use it, it wasn't really working that well. So
we're not talking about your sex life, William. We're talking about a camera.
No,
but
yeah,
is that the one that like show like if you put it on the car, it shows the whole back of the car? There's a camera I saw where a guy was driving. He had the camera on the car, but you could see the whole back of his car for some reason.
That's the Max.
Yeah, that's the one I want to get.
It's got the 2 lenses on the back. You get the 360 camera. One on the back, one on the front.
That's the one
I haven't. It's cool, but you got to use the GoPro app, and I haven't been able to convert it into a video yet. There's a way you can do it, but I haven't got into that too deep. But the Max,
yeah,
like I said, it's got a camera. You can see it's got a camera on this end. Yeah, it's got the lens on. And it's got a lens on the back.
Yeah.
So it'll do the 360 stuff.
Yeah, 360, not 3D. 360.
I would love to do more 360 videos, but the editing software to support it.
Yeah.
It's the good software. It's stupid expensive.
Yeah.
And I'm not there yet.
Or it's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
It's a really cool niche video to make.
Well, I was just thinking about the burnout competition. Would probably make a really cool video.
Well,
if
it would be a really interesting video. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get one of the big long things. I'll plug like I said, I got one. We'll plug one of those on the back of your car, and we'll see what we can do with it.
I would say put it in the center on the grass, but then it'd probably get run over.
No, I just say put it on the car, like in the middle of the roof of the car. If it takes a picture of the back and the front and then kind of puts them together.
I know people are talking about the suction cup, but the suction cup I got, if you break that off, one of the roof's probably going to come off with it. It's going to leave a dent if it comes off. Just put it that way.
Oh, this year's burnout competition for me is going to be interesting because my mom is going to be in the car with me.
That's cool.
Tell no secrets. You got secrets.
My mom is going to be in the car with me, so she is. I actually need to do that. I'm glad I said something about it.
You're gonna kick you out of the car.
I need to get me another helmet because she's going to use the one that I bought to wear actually at this one. Because it fits her perfectly, so I'm gonna get me another one.
She's gonna kick you out of the car and be like, "That ain't how you do a burnout," and she's gonna show you how to do a burnout.
I just bought a new helmet.
Lost him. He'll come back.
I just bought a new helmet. It's way too small. I bought the same Simpson to Bell. I had a Bell before. I bought a Simpson, same size, 61 plus. Yeah, my nose hits down. Yeah,
I was looking at one.
Like, hell, man.
Hit the wrong button.
It'd be good. So I said I had a cool ass helmet I bought and had it custom painted and all that stuff.
Well, there's a website that I forget who shared it, but it's I think it's a Torch Helmets, TORC.
Yeah, but you don't need a Snell though. You're not going to be racing. You just need a DOT approved helmet.
Yeah. That's all I need.
I'm looking for the Snell, and I found one on here. I'm gonna see if I can find it again. See if anybody's heard of this company. It's an Amazon thing.
As long as it's Snell 2020.
That's what they said.
Yep. That's good. As long as it got that 2020 in it. Mine still got 2015, so I should be good. Like I said, Deke told me last year, he's like, yeah, you got a couple months left on this helmet. But don't know if I misunderstood him or what, but I went and bought it. Like I said, it's the same from Simpson to Bell. It's the same size, but yeah, I don't know. My head got bigger, which may be.
I'm seriously thinking about it. The speed shop down here has, and they want $85 for it, but it's expires in December.
Yeah.
But it's like $85 like half price. That's like half price. I'm like, oh, is it worth it just to get me through this year?
Well, like you said, a Snell 2015 is going to be good for till 2025. So.
Well, this is seat belts.
Oh, seatbelt. Yeah, I got you. And that's what's weird.
That's the one thing that makes me mad. That's the one thing that makes me angry.
It's like the last seatbelt. I run into that same thing, which I put new seatbelts in for No Name last year or whatever. And the seatbelts that I bought were like 6 months ahead of what, you know what I'm saying? It was like I bought them in July, but the date on them was like December of 2022. They were like several months ahead. So,
I mean, they got a set there that expires in 2025 for full price, but yeah.
And like I said, if you're going to do, let me put it this way: if you go like Orlando, if you go there for a test and tune, like I said, I show up my Dart. They're like looking at it, and they just go over and they just look inside of it. They just, like I said, the passenger side, they don't open. They just look inside of it and like, you're good. You know, if you go for an actual sanctioned race, they're going to be checking your, you know, they're going to be checking all this. But for just test tune and stuff like that, I don't think you have to. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've actually never had them look at my belts and check the date. Which,
well, I know if I go up here to Gateway, they will, but I don't know how much I'm even going to be going up there. Most of the small tracks are going. Most of the small tracks will let you slide anyway.
Well, this is a big track. Like I said, as long as it's test and tune, they really, unless it's an actual NHRA, IRHA sanctioned race, they don't really look at much. At least that's the way it is down here.
I guess I'll just end up buying one of these Race Quip helmets. There ain't that much. Ooh, that one is. Jesus. You could really spend some money on this shit.
Yep. Oh yeah, believe me, I know. I saved for years to get that Dart. I said it sat in the backyard for years and years and years, and I was like, all right, we'll get started on it. And that was one of the things, just everything fell. It's kind of weird, everything fell together on that thing. The rear end setup, the motor, everything. Just kind of all come together. Turned out to be a pretty cool little combo.
Well, there's one. Yeah, I don't like the way it looks. I'll probably just go with the Race Quip.
You want to see the one I just got?
Yeah, what'd you get? You got a cool one.
Well, it's the one I have. I got behind me that my mom's gonna wear, but I actually just finished buying one that I had my eye on this other website.
Yeah, hang on, I'll get mine.
Hang on, I got to turn off my background. Hang on. The only problem with the virtual background.
Oh, I like that one.
Got the chin strap and everything. And the one that I just purchased. 1 second.
Oh yeah, John was just saying that the internet was good on Wednesday. Yeah, well, when nobody was out there using it, it was probably awesome on Wednesday. But you know, with that, you're in the middle of you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, and you got to kind of be like, okay, stuff's not going to be that great. Internet's not going to be that great out there.
This helmet, normal price is like $90. It's on sale for $36 right now.
Oh hell!
And they got sizes.
Is it DOT? Is it a DOT helmet? Yeah, I see it right there. Or does it say not DOT?
See, it should be DOT. Yeah, DOT right here.
There you go. Then you're
DOT
good.
Helmet. They have all the way from extra small to 2X. They actually got quite a bit on sale right now.
That's the problem. I need 3X. I have a big fucking head.
I really need a 3X too, but the 2X will fit. But it depends. It depends on how they have the cheek section.
I want to tell you, it all depends on the helmet.
Right here,
I got an XL. I got a custom
helmet.
Things.
I got to stretch it out so I can put it over my big head. Now, my mom putting this helmet on, it's just plop, and it's perfect fit.
Everybody has different sizes. It's kind of crazy. Like I said, I bought the same helmet. This is a Bell, which my buddy custom painted. Like A10 Warthog.
That's what I was looking at. I know a guy that could do some cool airbrush on a helmet. And I was like, if I get one, I might have that done maybe for next year.
He did the Rat Fink thing. I love his helmet. It's one of my prized possessions. But like I said, every helmet's a little bit different. If you go to size 1, like I said, I bought the same one in a Simpson, and that some bitch is way small. This is an XL in Bell, but I'm still saying I probably need a 3X in Simpson, but an XL in Bell. So kind of watch for that.
The only problem with having a big, massive head is that you have a hard time finding stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Same thing with big feet. It's like I go into a shoe shop and they're like, "You got anything in a 13?" I'm like, "No, we got a 10.5." That don't help me.
I feel your pain, man. I wear a 13 wide.
That's what I do too.
Wide, I'm grabbing it.
Yeah.
I think the smallest shoe I ever wore lately was a dress shoe, and it was like a 12 wide, and it was tight.
Oh.
That, and I can't find gloves. Fuck gloves, you know.
I got to wear a 2X glove a lot of times.
I get that. My hands start getting cut up at work. Like, well, put gloves on. I'm like, get me a pair of gloves that'll fit.
And I got long fingers too, so I got to find gloves that not only fit my hand but fit my damn fingers.
So when I worked in gloves, it was always the rubber ones or whatever. Yeah, they last about 5 minutes, and then your fingers are poking through them. It's like,
yeah. I like to feel what I'm working on, and I got a hard time wearing gloves.
Yeah,
I do to some extent when I absolutely have to, but if I can do without wearing gloves, I don't wear gloves.
I don't wear gloves.
I don't care if I have to wash my hands.
Dirty.
I don't care if I have to wash my hands 30 times. I'm not wearing gloves.
Like when I train people down here, it's like, as long as you ain't afraid to get your hands dirty, because you can get nasty. It's gonna be nasty. All right. Main thing, as long as I can keep from, I don't know, flipping anybody the bird, but the whole smashing your finger thing. Yeah. It's like, dang it, I keep my, at least one finger's got that black spot in it. It's like, God dang it. It's like, I'll get rid of it, and then it ain't. A week later, it's like, bam. It's like, God dang it.
Having it on that finger, though, is a really good excuse to flip somebody off. Say, oh, no. I was just showing you my sword.
Working man's hand.
Yeah.
Demonetized.
It's 40 minutes in. It should be okay.
You know, I went to. Oh man, I don't know if I want to push it. I went to, and I'm probably going to go this year to Holly Mo Party, and they had a guy there selling helmets. And the first year I went, I could have bought a helmet, and he like gave me a super deal on a brand new helmet because this was the last event he was going to that year. He was there last year. I didn't go look at his stuff, but I don't know if I want to push it that close.
I said, I'm going to wear my one. Like I said, he said it was good. I asked him whether or not 5 years on the helmet. He's like, no, it's 20. No, I got until 2025, so I'm going to wear this helmet for another 2 years.
Oh, on your 15?
Yeah.
Well, that ain't bad. So the 2020. See, that's the thing. I'll spend a little bit of money on something like that.
Yeah.
Even if the belts lasted 5 years or 6 years or,
Yeah.
They should say 10 years on the belts,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but your belts
leave it up to the tech guy. I mean, like my dog. Do you think it ever sees sunlight? Do you think it's ever seen the rain? I can't. It stays, at least in the trailer in the garage. That's all it does. If it rains, it gets put up. And like I said, 10 years. You got to think. You can run. Okay, you got a 19. Well, like Dean. All he's got is lap belts and a 69. And then he's fine. Right?
Yeah.
And that's from 1969. But yet, I can't run a 2-year-old belt that's that thick on each. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay. Here, how about this? Even what about what was the first year on the Hellcat?
2000.
Gotta look it up.
2016. So 2015 probably. 2014.
Let's see.
I'm thinking 2015 was the first year of the Demon. I think that's the first time that popped in my head.
I got 2016 SRT. And that's pretty much, it's a Hellcat without the engine.
What do we got here?
I need to sell it because the insurance is fucking stupid. As much as I drive it, it's just insurance went retarded lately.
The first Dodge Hellcat muscle car arrived in 2015. So that car is 10 years old. Or no, gonna be 10 years old in 2025. It's what, 8 years old now?
Yep.
Okay. So you're telling me you got to replace the seatbelts in that? That car will run fucking 10s. But you're allowed to use the factory belt.
Yep. And look at a race. Like I said, look at a race harness compared to that belt.
Yeah.
It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I said, I had to do it last year. My 2 years was up. I had to put a whole new harness, which I'm kind of glad I did because I got the little flip lock thing instead of the old school.
I'm just going to go with the latch this time.
The flip lock.
I wanted to get cam lock, but that's like I'm saying. I may just get those belts that are out of date this year just because they're cheaper.
Yeah.
And how I may be.
Cam lock is nice. Well, it depends on how fast. Like I said, the faster you go, the more shit you got to deal with.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to deal with the Hans device and stuff like that. So the cam lock's kind of nice because I can just, I actually put my helmet on and, all I have to do is feel and I can plug in basically with the strap like. I got to actually sit there and look at it and try,
Yeah. Well, the thing is, too, it's like, I may be able to talk that guy out and talk that guy at the speed shop down some more because he's just going to send it back.
Yeah.
In December, he's going to have to send it back completely because he can't sell it at all.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if you look on the thing, you can send your stuff back into them and they'll recertify.
I don't know if RaceQuip will recert them.
They'll recert them. Pretty sure.
Okay. I know the one. What is the one company? I know they research, but all they do, they don't test nothing. All they do is sew on a new sticker or a new tag.
I look at them, like, yeah, they're fine, which I know they're fine.
As long as it doesn't have any visual
Like
evidence being compromised, like threads being torn, wear mark.
What kills nylon. So if it's not faded, you know what I'm saying? They know something that's sitting out in the sun for 5 years, and then they know it, you know.
But if it's faded, they probably won't recertify it.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
Or they'll throw some dye on it.
Race cars sitting out in the sun for, you know, which I don't know. That Duster we bought, it was set shit for 15 years, which the Lexan had completely yellowed, so the sun wasn't getting to it. You know, and
is that do you run a Lexan window?
Yeah.
Have you looked into the Optic Armor stuff?
Yeah,
I'm curious about it. They're expensive, but damn, the shit looks good.
The only bad part about that is I don't know if it's better than what, because all we did was go down to a local shop here and buy in sheets, and we cut it out ourselves, which that saved a lot. Like I said, Optic Armor's kind of expensive.
Yeah, but now I know the Optic Armor has a side window that you could actually bolt to the tracks and roll up and down, and it won't scratch.
It won't scratch.
I'm like,
that's what we run into. It's like, believe it or not, even though the pin, the shoe polish, actually leave a mark on the window on the Lexan.
Let me look this up.
So, like I said, if Optic Armor will keep that from happening, it's probably worth it.
Oh, here, I'll just look up Optic Armor's website.
I just know they didn't have anything for what we, like I said, I got a post dart.
I know they got Duster. Duster and Demon. I don't know about.
Yeah.
Like your side windows are different. Now, your windshield's the same, ain't it?
Yeah, the windshield's the same.
Windshield's the same. The side windows and the back windows are different.
Yeah, everything's different but the front. Like I said, the quarters on that were destroyed, and we had to put. I said, I wish we did a video on that, but we had to put the regular quarter panels on it for a post, and Dean had to chop them up to get them to fit. It's kind of crazy how different the post is compared to a hard top. All you can get's hard top quarter panel. And it's kind of crazy. It's just a whole different swoop on that back window.
Yeah, they got Demon Dart 70 to 76 and Duster 70 to 76. What year is yours?
68.
Oh.
Like I said, our car, that Dart was somebody's grandma's car they had for, like I said, since it was new. It's set out in a field for 25 years, and a tree fell on it. And they were like, yeah, let's get rid of it. And it was actually going to the junkyard where they were hauling it. And Dean's cousin called and was like, hey, they're taking a Dart, a Mopar out to the junkyard. And I was dumb. Well, I don't know if I'm dumb enough to buy it, but a lot of it.
So the 1/4-inch thick windshield, which is the thickest one, I don't know, it's 3/16 bigger than quarter. No, because the quarter's the thickest, because it's the most expensive. That's how I know. It's $561 for the windshield. But if you go buy a new glass windshield, that's like almost $300 right there.
Or you can just go down and buy. Like I said, you can get Lexan just in sheets, and that's what we did. We just went down, bought a couple of sheets of Lexan, and made our own. Cut it out and put it in there.
Yeah, what is the deal with these? These are oversized, so you got to cut them anyway.
Yeah.
But I just wonder if they're bent right. It almost looks like I'm looking at the cars that they've got
Optic
up
armor
there,
should be.
and it looks like they're all bent right and everything. And I almost wonder if it would go in, if you cut it down, if it would go into the factory seal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what theirs are made. I said we made our own tabs and everything. We welded our own tabs and everything all the way around, front and back.
And it says highly scratch and chemical resistant.
Yeah.
Big Block 402, I sent you an email. I don't know if you'd seen it yet.
Many vehicle applications formed in a factory curvature.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
That's where you pay the money. Like I said, the ones we got in the dark, I mean, you look at them, like I said, the only thing, you got to be careful with them. Just like I said, you put anything on them, you scratch the shit out of them. The only bad part about it, and that's probably why they get the high dollar for them. It's probably a little more hard than Lexan, I guess I'd say.
Well, the problem I got now, I ain't told nobody this yet. Oh, a couple people.
Uh-oh.
But I put that windshield in, jacked the car up, and it cracked on this corner. Jacked it up again, and it cracked on this corner. I don't know what the deal is. Don't know what the hell happened. I have no clue.
Huh.
But
That's weird.
I may have a solution to that. I've got another windshield I can put in, but I'm worried about putting it in. It's just going to do the exact same thing. I don't know if the car might be tweaked for all I fucking know. I don't fucking know.
What I'm wondering is, well, I don't know. It's,
and
like I said, that's the only thing Dean didn't do his Super B was put the, I want to say it was the rear glass. That rear glass has got that weird ass bow in it. And he had somebody come out there and put that in. I can't remember if he did the front or not.
But now my dad, they just bought a windshield repair kit out of his work. And he's like, I could probably, he goes, I fixed a crack on a windshield at work, just messing around with it. He said, you can still barely see it, but it's completely smooth. He said he just goes up and it fills in, and then moves up and it fills in a little bit more. I might have him come out and try to fix that. I know on the driver's side, because it cracked over and down, so it ain't going to crack no more, and then it cracked a little bit up and over. It's just in the bottom corners. I don't know what the deal was.
As long as it's not on your view, they ain't going to care.
That's what I was thinking, but I just don't think I'm going to have
That's
time.
Weird though. You jacked it up and it cracked. You got frame connectors on it?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if I need to weld more on the frame connectors, but everything else, like I got it right now, I got it sitting on the back tires, and I've got jack stands all the way at the front frame rails, and there's nothing bending or anything like that. You know, everything's still solid and rigid as shit. I have no idea what happened with that. But like I said, it was also an old windshield. You know, it was a windshield from 1970, whatever.
Yeah.
So
True.
it could have been anything.
Yeah.
But,
like I said, it could have been in a car that sat for 30 years. They popped it out, and then, I mean, glass is weird. Glass gets settled and stuff like that, and you put any type of.
Well, and it's you can see some delamination down at the bottom of it, so that's got to make it.
It was in a car for a certain way for 30, 40 years, and then all of a sudden you're 50 thousandths off. You're still kind of holding.
It makes me leery of putting a brand new one in it, though.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there and I was just thinking, hey, the Optic armor probably won't crack.
No,
Lexan won't crack. So
you should be able to twist that thing in a pretzel.
Yeah.
It might discolor a little bit, but it ain't going to crack.
Because I actually have it's either, I don't know if it's plexiglass or Lexan, I don't know, but I've got a window cut out. It's oversized though. They're all oversized.
Yeah.
But I was going to put
Like I
in
said,
it.
that's what we did. We just bought a couple sheets of Lexan and put it in there. We didn't really think it was that different, but there is a little difference in just going down and buying commercial Lexan. Like I said, the scratch resistance is like, everything else is fine, but like I said, you just got to be real careful what you.
Big Block 402 said I buy that windshield resin off Amazon. It works good. I think that's what my dad's got. He's going to come out. I'm going to have him come out probably next weekend and mess around with it and see if he can get it fixed. He was out there with me today. We were bleeding brakes. Son of a bitch. I about gave up. I was so damn frustrated today.
Bleeding
had to
brakes.
make another brake line. So it was the only brake line that I had left because it looked good. It was the one on the rear end that goes over the hump. And I was like, oh, okay, that's good. No, started leaking. So I had to make that line. Then we got everything bled. Pedal was feeling good. And all of a sudden it started leaking out of the fitting on the master cylinder.
Dang.
And it was stripped out. And the master cylinder was stripped out on the inside. So I was cutting.
How does that happen?
I don't know how it happened, but it happened. But luckily I've got another master cylinder. And that one, though, I don't know. What is the difference? Can anybody actually tell me what the difference, if there's a big difference between a power brake master cylinder and a manual brake one? The master cylinder itself.
Could be the size of the bore.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Size of the bore.
Probably the size of the bore because
well, I don't know, because when I had good pedal on the master cylinder that messed up, it was like rock hard pedal. And I was like, I've driven a manual brake car before, and it's not rock hard like that, And I put this other master cylinder I got on there, and it's not a squishy pedal, but it's a springy pedal. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not giving, but it's got a little bit of bounce to it,
Well, like I said, that would be the size of the bore because, all you're doing is pushing fluid, right?
Yeah.
So the bigger the bore, the more fluid you're going to push, right? So
it feels like the
bigger the bore, the more pedal you should have.
Yeah.
Right?
The way this one feels now, it feels like the manual brake car I drove for 20 years when I had my satellite. So, but it's all fit. I took a brake fluid bath. I hate fucking brake fluid, but
did you get it on the paint?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. I gotta go. I gotta get a can of spray paint and fix a bunch of spots. I really want to take a picture of it because I left a wrench and then the shit pooled around the wrench and I didn't notice it. And I came back and I lifted the wrench up and wiped the paint away and it looks like a dick. It's like a dick outline inside my fender. So it's like, I'll fix that, I guess.
How many handprints are all over the car now?
It ain't here. Do a little impromptu.
But no, I got a lot done today. Like I said, I already had the drive shaft put in yesterday. And it all looks good. I got the drive shaft loop ready to go in, but I was by myself and it's real hard to drill holes and then put a bolt in and put a nut on top of it from underneath the car. So I'm going to get a little help with that tomorrow. We're going to put the shifter in it tomorrow. And honestly, the shifter and that son of a bitch should move.
Really nice.
Should move.
So you think
I got
for no name?
Oh, probably not. I'll probably around with it on the street. Take it out and jump on it a few times, bring it back in, see what broke. Do it again,
We did the whole
they call the cop.
That. I need to take it to the track. Like I said, I've been going back and forth Tennessee so much. It's just like I said, I wanted some 28 10.5 tires but it looks like that probably ain't gonna happen, unfortunately.
That's what I think. That's what I think. Jeff from Two Hacks, he needs to buy a set of slips. You need to buy a set of 28 10.5 slicks for that car because them drag radials.
He ain't gonna be Dean
drag
South Slick.
radials.
I'm gonna tell you that. Dean's hooking and booking. Jeff, if you're listening, you need slicks. You need slicks.
Well, you know, a drag radial's good if the track's prep for drag radials.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, the track's prep if the track is prep for drag radials, from what I understand, was 60 foot like no other.
Yeah. Drag radials. Well, you got to think drag radials don't have no give, so they're gonna hit harder as long as you got the prep. Which
that prep, they're not gonna specially prep for drag radials down at Sikeston.
I don't think it's gonna be drag radial prep at Sikeston. Like I said, I was bowling my 14-inch slicks off. I had to turn the dart down to just get it go down.
I don't think I might have
tires to go down the track. I need to get some. I would love to have some, but I don't have any kind of special tires to go down the track.
Well, your car don't make a whole shit ton of power. I mean, it makes good burnout power.
Yeah.
But that, and you got a lot of people with hard tires running out there, and you can't have them re-prep every time a couple people with hard tires goes down. It's not that kind of event, really, you know. But yeah, because I'm really wanting to buy something and Dennis is telling me no, and everybody else will tell me no too, but I think I'm gonna do it anyway. I want a set of air shocks for that fucking Duster. It probably won't do shit. It probably won't do shit, but because I got the super stock springs on there and that thing don't fucking move. You can, like I said, we had me and I'm about 250, 260. Dennis is about the same weight as me, and my other buddy's damn near 300 pounds, and we all hung off the deck lid of that, or off the trunk of that car, and it did not squat down into the tires. So I'm like, yeah, that'll be fine. I still want air shocks on it, damn it. Because it'll look cool.
I got air shocks on the back of my Dart.
You should just sell me those air shocks.
There you go.
And just
I wouldn't have any shocks for the back of the Dart.
You don't drive the Dart.
Actually, the Dart's actually fairly reliable so far. Knock on wood, it's fairly reliable. I haven't driven it on a day-to-day basis, but when I have driven it, it's been okay.
Lee, you guys don't have any parts cars out there at your place, do you?
Not really. We got a 06 Charger,
no.
2002 Celica.
You know what I need? It's probably something you just took off of your fucking Dart. I guarantee you just took it off and just fucking threw it away.
They got some front shocks if you need it.
I need the upper shock mounts for the rear. Those two shock mounts that screw in. You know what I'm talking about?
For the rear?
Yeah. They screw out.
Yeah.
I guarantee you had them on. I guarantee you had them on that Dart, but you just threw them away.
They were probably rusted. Like I said, we took the frame rails out of that Dart with our hands, and just the whole rear frame rails were gone. Everything in that back of that car was ate up.
Well, when I took the
only frame rails that are original in that is from where the torsion bars were forward. That's it.
Okay. So
everything backwards was completely rusted out, and gone.
So your torsion bar cross member was good though, right?
Yeah.
See, I had a car one time that I was going to build, and I got to looking at it, and the torsion bar cross member was all rotted out. I'm like, really? I ain't going to replace that. I don't have the skills to replace that.
No. I said that's what we built the whole frame and then hooked it to that. and then boxed all that in, and that's what made the. Like I said, the front frame rails are original. Other than that, from the torsion bars back, it's all brand new. That car was,
like a hairdresser's car, like a 64 to 69 Mustang. Hell yeah, Dean.
There you go.
You know you're in the right place. The 69 Mustangs, I kind of give them a little bit of a pass. I like those. Those are a little bit better.
64 Mustang?
Oh, yeah. As soon as I'm done transitioning.
Sorry. Yeah, 64 and a half.
Yeah, and a half. Yeah, as soon as I'm done transitioning, I'll buy me a 64 and a half Mustang. As soon as I get that surgery.
Oh.
God damn, how ugly of a woman would I be? Jesus. I mean, I gotta say it. Some of these people on the internet and stuff, they pull it off. It's like there's no way I would pull it off, but
none of them pull it off. What the fuck?
No, there's a couple of that you still know, but it's like, oh, okay, you're trying. If I saw you on the street, I would call you a her. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right.
If I saw them on the street, I would call them a her. But some of them, no. Oh, shit. I got to go. I'll be right back, guys. I got to go get me something to drink. Can you guys hold down the fort for like a minute?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. No dead air now. Come on. You got 11 people watching. You got 11 people to entertain here.
Well, hold my breath till you get back.
I'll go slow. I'll come back and see you turn blue and shit.
All right,
I will be right back.
I need to check under the Charger, see if my transmission pan gasket is still leaking. I hadn't really driven it, but the pan gasket should leak regardless. So
yeah.
I need to look and see if it's developed any drips or underneath it since I've heavily sprayed it down with some carburetor cleaner. I tightened up the pan bolts a little bit. A couple of them were just a little bit loose. Tightened them all up. Sprayed the crap out of everything on that transmission with some carburetor cleaner to get all excess transmission fluid off. Worked really, really nicely. I just got to look up underneath it and see if there's any more leaks, because I don't. If I'm taking the Charger down the track, even for the picture, I don't want any leaks.
You know how you keep that from happening?
With that?
You said you know how you keep that from happening?
How's that?
Put a 4-speed in it. 4-speed.
I know the 4-speeds, performance-wise, can be a little bit better and more valuable and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just messing.
Automatic.
I'm just messing with you. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm hoping I don't have to buy a freaking $40 transmission pan gasket to stop it from leaking.
Yeah, we've always been. Like I said, the reason why I've just always had problems with automatics, man. It's just, like I said, me and Dean both. It's like, and that's just why it's kind of turned into the 4-speed gang over here.
Yeah.
This 66 Satellite, we're putting a new model helmet. We're probably gonna put a 904 behind it. I'll be talking to Cope about doing a little 904 work on that one or whatever. So,
yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I had pulled that steering gearbox out. I'm still surprised at how easy it was to pull that steering gearbox out of my Charger.
Did you get was it just the outer seal?
The input and output shaft seals were leaking. I took the input shaft seal was leaking so bad. I took the coupler off and it started dripping more fluid and the car was off. So it was really bad.
Yeah.
So
well, the same thing we have with the same thing with Dean's B or whatever. We took it out and we tried to replace it, but it was more internal than that. and we tried to get more in depth with it, but there's some voodoo going on with those gearboxes, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm really hoping my gearbox works perfectly.
Yeah.
Works flawlessly.
As long as you go from, like I said, the end, but once you start getting in the middle of it, it starts turning. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I said, I still don't kind of understand how. Like I said, we rebuilt everything in it. Well, I would say everything, probably 3/4 of it. Put it all back together, stuck it in the car, and everything was good there for a minute. Then all of a sudden, it was like we just slung the wheel all the way to the right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, well, we need this valve. We tried to adjust the valve, but it still never.
Yeah. That's why I don't touch power steering gearboxes.
Yeah.
I have the steering gearbox that's in my 1970 pickup. I did take it apart, like completely, worm gear and everything, and then cleaned everything out, put everything back together. Was able to adjust it, and it's just perfect.
Yeah.
But
is that a manual box or a power steering box you're talking about in a truck?
In my 1970 pickup, it is a manual steering.
Yeah.
Those trucks all they ever had was a manual.
What did you fill it back up with?
I don't remember. I know I put something in there, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't know if you guys know who Roy is. He's the guy I got that truck from. When he bought his place, he found it because a buddy of his was buying a car, like a Charger or a Challenger from there or something. And then they ended up having a fire. That's where that burnt motor and transmission came from. Well, he was just kicking around out in the woods and found a manual gearbox. No idea what it's out of. And I was like, when I was out there the first time talking to him, because he was going to give me that Duster, I was like, yeah, I need to get a manual gearbox. He's like, here, I found this one laying in the woods. And I was like, hell, I'll take it. I opened that thing up, and the nastiness inside of it. So I cleaned it all out and everything. But from what my dad has told me, you can just use red grease in them. So I'm just going to fill the damn thing up with red grease and be like, we're off to the races. But now come to find out, it is a quick ratio gearbox. It only goes
manual. It should just be gear to gear, so you wouldn't think it would.
Well, the thing is, it's only what is it? 3 3.25 turns lock to lock. So it don't move very much.
This is the bigger gear, right? Bigger the gear.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how that shit works. That's all voodoo shit inside there to me. I saw a fucking thing that went like this. I don't know what the fuck it was. I was like, I just pack you with grease.
The thing with the hydraulic or the power ones is like, what the hell? I can kind of see it, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of the same thing as a manual, but it's just using hydraulic pressure to turn the gear instead of turning the wheel. That's why you got that little slider that goes back and forth to direct the flow of, and you got to get it just perfect.
Now, see, you just brought up something. There's some things that I just don't fucking understand, and I may, if I looked it up, I could probably get to understand it. But why does putting vacuum on your brakes on that fucking big canister make the brakes work better? Wouldn't you think that it would be pressure and have something with more pressure instead of vacuum? Oh, I think Lee's resetting. I think I just reset his brain.
Yeah. Not really. I never thought about that.
I'm gonna have to look. That's something I'm gonna look up and learn how that fucking thing works.
unless you're creating vacuum on the back side.
That's the only thing I'm thinking is if you're creating vacuum on the side that's pulling
Right.
the rod in.
On the back side to.
And I guess there's really no good place to get pressure off of an engine unless you had like a pump, like air brakes. I understand air brakes because it's got a pump on the fucking motor to work the air brakes and it just puts more pressure, right? Yeah.
It's a hydro boost that runs off the power steering pump. Yeah.
Yeah. And that adds more pressure. So how does that in vacuum? Look, not a goddamn person in chat's coming. Fucking power brake expert. Look, usually you say something, they always got a comment.
That's the only thing I'm thinking of.
I just reset everybody. God damn it! Williams said looking it up. I see the Google in his fucking glasses. He's looking it up.
No, John Wilbur said he posted a funny short. I was watching his short.
Oh.
Yeah. They say vacuum or pressure can be used similarly. It just depends on which side it's applied to.
Okay.
Vacuum
okay.
Negative pressure.
So like if it was pressure, it would push with your foot, and actually the vacuum is pulling everything away from you. Well, right. Why wouldn't it just pull it? Well, okay, I guess. Why would it still all the fucking time?
It'd still be all in PSI, right? Or so. Or not PSI. Well, I guess it would be.
But if it was just pulling, why wouldn't it just pull it? Why do you need the pressure of your foot?
Well, that's what
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
You know, you don't have no pressure on the brake pedal, but when you start,
and whenever it goes away, you gotta fucking push like hell. Huh? Yeah, that would make sense. Then that would make sense because because when you take the vacuum away, you can't hardly even push the brake pedal down.
Yeah.
So the vacuum has actually got a lot of okay. Makes more sense to me now. I'll still look it up though. I still don't know how the fuck they do hot dog buns.
What?
Hot dog buns. Okay. They're split, right? When you pull them off, they're split, but they're stuck together. What fucking machine does that? Cuts them to where they're still stuck together, but each one of them has their own split in it. When you pull it apart, it's like, oh, look.
There's a knife that goes in there.
No. They need to do a how it's made on hot dog buns. Damn it. Fucking voodoo.
Back in high school, we used to have to take the two wires and plug it onto each two ends of the hot dog and plug it into a 110 outlet and cook a hot dog.
Well, that would cook it from the inside out, wouldn't it? That'd probably be
I think
good.
there actually used to be a really old gadget like that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just do that in high school. I think Dean used to do that in high school. Me and him are about 10 years apart, but yeah. Going to auto mechanics there in the morning down. I said it had it's just a piece of wood with two fucking wires sticking up out of it. Plug it in, stick your hot dog in the middle of it, and warm your hot dog up. They split bread with a really sharp knife. If you ever cut bread before, that's what you gotta have. It's a really fucking sharp knife.
The orange paper's now burning? What? Oh, well, that would make sense, yeah. Big Block, when did you get a Barracuda? I guess I need to watch your videos.
I'm thinking about calling it a night. I'm a little tired.
Yeah, I may jump off here too. I got to get up early and get at it. I think Dennis said he's going to show up at like 10. That means I need to wake up at like 8. That sucks, but I need to get the damn car done.
Oh, Dennis ain't here. what's up with this new motor? Is he gonna have his new motor in for No Name, or
I don't know.
he needs to just bring what he's got?
He's still waiting. That's what I was kind of thinking because he knows what that'll
Don't,
run.
don't take it apart now. And I'm telling you, this close, just
Well, now kind of what he's wanting to do though makes a lot of sense. He's just gonna have a complete motor, carb to pan, everything. Gonna pull his out. Whatever he does, he's gonna pull his out and wrap it up, and then put that one in. That way, when something happens to that one, it's boom,
Nice.
boom. I can go back and race them next week. You know, which I understand. I think that's a good idea.
So I'm glad I didn't. Like I said, I had big plans. I'm glad I just kept with what, like I said, my whole money situation, everything else. I'm glad I just kept it the way it was. I said,
Well, I got some shit I want to do, but I'm not taking the car. I'm not taking anything off of the car until I have parts to put back on it.
Yeah.
That's just the way it's going to be. It's the way it's going to be with that truck too. I'm not going to do anything to that truck. I'm not going to take anything apart until I have something ready to go back on and shoot a video on it, and there you go. I was talking to JB about that.
I'm the same way with changing stuff on my charger on at least on the outside. I get people every now and then ask me when I'm going to paint it, and they want to see my charger nice. It's going to be a fast transition. That my charger, when it gets to the point of painting, it's not anywhere close to it. But when it gets to that point, it's going to be a fast change. It's going to be a very quick change. I'm gathering pieces to fix some stuff on the floorboard so I can do the interior work first. But when it comes to the outside, it's going to be a fast change.
Okay, and I know he's kind of a sore subject, but has anybody seen Uncle Tony's fucking Charger? That thing looks fucking awesome. I love that car.
When he took out Nashville or whatever.
Yeah, that car is pretty fucking cool now.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's a what, 67?
I mean, it's slick.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. I kind of flipped through the video.
I wish my semi-gloss paint job looked that good. I take pictures of mine. I'm like, God damn, it looks really good in pictures. These people are going to be disappointed.
It's the same thing with our stuff, man. It's like I said, Dean wanted to like I said, the B is due for a repaint. It's like no matter what we do, shit just comes up in that car. I said, this will be the third time we've had to repaint it. And like I said, it's slick, everything's great, and then all of a sudden it just starts bubbling. The bad part about it, it's all new metal. I said we didn't leave a bit of cancer in that thing when we redid it, but still, it's never-ending battle.
Well, you get to the point like mine, like my Duster. I got that one fender that's really fucked up, but the rest of the car's in decent shape. If I could get it all straight, I would almost just put like a good sealer on it, and then just have it wrapped anymore. Yeah. Because that last 4 or 5 years, but okay, guess what? In 4 or 5 years, you can have a brand new looking car, and it costs about half as much as a paint job, and as bored as I get with shit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I don't know. That car's got to earn anything to make it look better. It's got to perform now before I do any pretty stuff to it.
I'm going to head out, fellas. It was fun.
All right. We'll talk to you later, William.
I'll see you.
Have a good one, man. See you, bud.
I really want these. Hold on. I really want those fucking belts.
There you go.
$161.
You don't think the little quick release thing there makes a difference, but it does, dude. It's so much better.
Yeah, and like I said, right now it's just about getting it to No Name. So
Yeah.
That's why I may just go with the that cheap set, because I may want to change the whole thing up before No Name. I may put different seats in the son of a bitch. After, I don't know what I'm gonna do, so I may just buy the cheap ones, try to talk him down a little bit more on them.
Yeah. Well, I said, it's all, how fast you go. It's like, it just depends. Oh, you got to worry about the seat or the belts. It's not so bad.
I'm expecting
the faster you go, the more you got to worry. You got the Hans, you got the neck restraints and stuff like that. It starts to get.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna go that fast. I don't know how fast that is, but that just seems like, I don't want to go that fast.
Well, sometimes
everybody's telling me,
at least your sock around the neck, I would probably recommend it. Dale Earnhardt, because believe it or not, 80 mile an hour into a wall, it's still pretty fucking
die like a man.
Yeah.
But from what everybody's telling me, and it's more opinion and bench racing than anything, but they're saying 1250. That car should run 1250 in the quarter. Just from what they see, or maybe do better.
Like I said, you got some big tires, so you can.
Yeah, I don't think traction is going to be a problem.
Hooking makes a big difference. I said, leave it off that line.
I got the 488 gears in it, so for 8th mile, I don't know.
I mean, how much horsepower do you think you push?
I have no clue. That's the big thing. I have no clue.
Is it still 360 or is it?
Yeah, it's a 360. It's got some kind of cam in it. The heads have had a little bit. If anything, it's been port matched. It looks like they went in and did, from what I could see, went in down and did some port, maybe like cleanup port work. Nothing real major.
Yeah.
But I also know it's a stock bottom end and it's got the factory pistons in it because they're the dish pistons. But, have no idea what cam's in it. The torque converter is probably 100% wrong.
You still have nitrous on it? Or?
No, I'm not going to run nitrous yet.
Run nitrous?
What I'm planning on doing this year, if money and everything works, I want to get with Shane and get the right, for what I want to do, get the right cam for it, get the right torque converter, and then do some stuff in the transmission, get the reverse manual from Cope and bolt-in Sprag at least, because I don't think I can afford that drum right now. And then the only other thing I really want to do with the car is put ladder bars on it. I want to do ladder bars and leaf springs with the sliders.
I'm gonna tell you, Caltrax. I say, have you seen that last video we put out of Dean's?
Yeah, I got a thing with Caltrax. I don't like them.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, but okay, here's my thing, and I know there's a million cars out there running on Caltrax, and there's a million cars been doing it forever, and it's never been a problem. But in my head, it's something I don't like. So you're leveraging all the way to that car on those 8 little bolts.
Well,
and I know they don't fail. I've never seen one fail. I don't know why it's a problem in my head. It just is.
Yeah. Well, look at go watch like 2 hacks videos and stuff like that on Dean's car at No Name. You seen how the whole car lifts up and goes.
Now that's got the super stock springs on it, doesn't it?
Just that was stock springs.
Huh. That's what I've seen. That's what I hope my car does, because that's what I've seen super stock springs do. When it launches, the whole car comes up.
Whole car comes up.
Holy shit.
The separation or whatever, it's to a point, which that's okay. But like I said, once we Dean put mono leaves on sliders, And now, like I said, with the Caltrax, everything set up, the car don't do that anymore, but it squats and picks the front end up. I said it'll pick front end of the tire. Yeah,
that's what, and that's the thing. If you watch it, I like, and that's another thing. It may not even the ladder bars may not even make the car faster or make it hook better. But I just love watching it. If you watch a ladder bar car with any kind of horsepower leave, it's just violent. And I love that shit. I love the way it looks.
Which is kind of weird because I got ladder bars on the Dart, and it, like I said, which we had some, like I said, the whole suspension on the back end of the Dart was messed up, which we got all new stuff. I need to take it to the track and test it now that we got new shocks and everything on the back of it. But hopefully she'll be squatting and going now.
Well, that's like
we just had stuff.
Cars got ladder bars, and it hits and goes. You know.
Yeah.
I just the one car that I saw had ladder bars that I love watching, even though it's not Chevy, it's Pontiac. You ever watch Finnegan's Garage? That yellow fucking car that he bought, that yellow race car.
Yeah,
they put a fucking big block in it, and that car. I love watching that car run, just the way it leaves the line. So it's just certain things, I guess.
Yeah, it's all about planting the tire.
Yeah,
it's just kind of a different thing. Like I said, you put the sliders. I'm saying you put the sliders on, you're not going to get that lift.
Yeah, probably not. No, because it takes everything away from the leaf spring when you put the sliders on. Yeah,
it's allowing it to wrap more and, like I said, push down on the tire and pick the front end of the car up and go. That lift comes from that rear shackle. The only place that car has to go is up.
Yeah.
So the rear slider allows it to.
I don't know. There's just things that you get certain things in your head that you want to do.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want to run like 9 seconds in that car. I don't. That's just me. I don't. And plus, it's the whole thing of actually driving the car is like secondary to me. I can sit and just look at what I fucking did.
Fastest you've ever made?
I've never been on a track.
Oh,
all my shit's been on the street.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll start out. Like I said, you're good where you're at.
Oh yeah, no, there ain't no way I would want to build something. That's kind of why I went with this small block too. It's like, yeah, I could have built a fucking big block. I got a passion. Like, I'm like, let me start off slow and get used to the whole thing.
You need to hop in the Dart. Let me take you down in the Dart.
No, you scare me. I'll pee my pants or something.
Nah, it'd be fine. It's all aluminum. It'll be fine. We can just wipe it out. And then that's my thing, though. Take a hammer and beat the hickey out of the seat. It'll be fine.
I wish one of my kids would get into racing and love to race, and I'll just build them and let them race, and I'll be fine. I have more fun working on that car, even though I cuss at it all the time. But that's what I like doing.
I said, build a race car. It'll be fun. They say, it's.
Mm-hmm.
Like I gotta say, it's been fun. Like I said, I wouldn't change anything, but yeah, it's one of the things. It's frustrating as hell, but some things. Like I said, you need to.
Well, that and okay.
Hop in the Dart, and we'll make a.
Here's the thing, too. The way I built my car, I built it to look like what it looks like.
Yeah.
If I want to go as fast as you or Dennis or anybody's going, it's going to be real hard to do that with that car looking the same way it looks.
Be surprised.
Yeah, I'll find out because it ain't like I'm going to make it any slower with anything I do.
It's like, look the way we got the Dart, the way we got the exhaust set up. We actually set that up to where we can unbolt the horns and put side pipes on it.
You need put side pipes on it then, damn it.
That was the original thought. If we wanted to do which this motor is not going to be that, but I said I don't have no alternator or anything like that, but still, that was kind of the idea.
I just thought it was
you go racing. Then you pull up, you can 3 bolts, take the horn off, put your side pipes on, 3 bolts, tighten it up, be good to go.
Well, I thought this too, and I know back in the day because I know I'd had a set. Side pipes used to be big old glass packs.
Pretty much, yeah.
These I got are not. All they got is like a resonator, like inside a motorcycle muffler. That's all they got inside. So I've already knocked it out of one side. I'm gonna end up taking because that's why I want to set a fender well headers, because they'll come down, and where the fender well headers come down, it'll hook right into those side pipes.
Yeah.
But I'll knock that resonator out of the other side when I get those, and have it all hooked up and be functional. Right now, I'm kind of a poser, but that's all right for now.
I like fender.
I was on I was watching Uncle Tony's live a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about poser cars. He was talking about street racing. And he was talking about poser cars. He's like, cars that are all jacked up in the back. And I was like, and I was like, I just started commenting on there. I'm like, everything you're saying is my car. It's like he hates those bug catcher scoops with a passion. I'm like, I wish he was a cooler dude, because then I'd want to get in touch with him and be like, I'm gonna bring my car out just to trigger you.
Yeah. That's what's cool about donating. It's like, the funnest time I ever had racing really wasn't at a track. If I really think about it, it was back in the day, back in my hometown, and a couple towns over. Everybody getting, everybody talking crap. And, got the fast car. And then going out to Normandy, Asbury, everybody would meet out on a Saturday night, and we would race.
That's what me and JB were talking about. It's like I remember when we used to cruise.
Yeah.
In the little town I was in, and then sooner or later somebody talked shit, and I had that 78 El Camino with the 400 small block in it. They wouldn't hook up to save its fucking life, but I used to race that son of a bitch all the time.
It's like one of the things that got me hooked on Mopar is, like I said, back when I was in high school, I had a 91 Camaro, which I had a 350. It was all right. It was run.
I like 13 Camaro.
But Buddy had his dad had it was like a 66, 67 Belvedere in his back. Like I said, it was all rusted going to shit.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, you want to come over here now? And so we went over there. We pulled the motor out. All we did was freshen it up. But like I said, we pulled it apart, put new rings, bearings, everything in it, fired that thing up. Shit, we lit people up with that thing. Just a big block with 440. It had a 440 in it, police interceptor. But like I said, it was completely pretty much stock. But, just an old police car, 4-door. And hey, like I said, I had that 91 Camaro. It wouldn't stay with it. Which in the early 90s, it was kind of, fast ain't what fast is today.
No, not at all. And that's kind of weird how fast people got really quick. You think about it.
Oh.
You could even go to the early 2000s, and if you had a 10-second car on the street, you were a fucking king.
Shit, if you have a 12-second car on the street, you're pretty much.
Yeah, and now you can go.
Car.
And now, if your credit's good enough and you got a good enough job, you can go buy a 10-second car.
Well, if you can drive it.
Yeah, well,
that's the thing too. That's why insurance is so. That's where I'm in the predicament I am. The freaking insurance being so expensive it is, because people down.
Have you had yours to the track yet?
Which one?
Your Charger or Challenger? What do you got?
Yeah, it's like I said, the best I've done. Like I said, I hadn't had it in like a year and a half or so since I've been there. Like I said, I can get low 13s with it, which it's a 6-speed.
That's still ain't bad.
Yeah, but that's the bad thing about it is that car's fast. But that's another bad thing about having like the Dart. Once you get into something like that,
see, that's another thing. I don't know if I just
fast is relative, I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I'd rather stay to the slow side of relative.
It's like first time I ever got on a motorcycle. It's like, wow, this thing's freaking cooking, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, it ain't that bad, you know.
Well, I remember when I was a kid riding around. When I was a kid riding around on my Honda Trail 70, I thought that thing was fast.
So my brother had, and that's why my parents would never let me have a motorcycle.
I want another
or three-wheeler though. That was probably 10 times worse.
I would love to. They've gone up in price so ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
I would love to have a gold Honda Trail 70.
Yeah.
And then just, fix it up real nice and have it look pristine. Use it as a pit bike.
That little track bike, man, would be cool.
Yeah. Because I had one, and that's when I was a kid, we had camping lots, and my mom and dad had their camper parked out there year round, and we just go out there and shit. I rode everywhere on that little 70. Love that little thing.
Yeah, my brother had that, and it kind of went to crap, and they bought us a big red Honda three-wheeler, which we terrorized everybody with that thing.
I'd like to have a four-wheeler too, but I really don't know what I'd do with it. Hell, I live in pretty much the damn city.
The same thing here. Like I said, I like rock crawling, stuff like that, but I'm like, I live in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that's why I started watching actually Duddy to begin with, is, he's doing all that rock crawling and stuff. And I was like, well, I'll just live vicariously through you or whatever. And then, now he's a drag racer. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, someone said something that he might not be coming out. I don't know.
Really?
I want to find out. I got him on Facebook. I may send him a message, just find out one way or another, because I'd really like to see him out there.
Yeah.
You could just tell the whole time he was having fun.
Oh yeah.
He was one of the people out there that you just knew he was having fun.
Well, I run him in the dart.
What's up, Lars?
Yeah, I run him in the dart, and then Dean was like, "Yeah, I run him," and Dean got, he was having a little nitrous problem.
I saw that.
He run him 3 times back to back, and it was like, God dang it. He beat him twice, or Duddy beat Dean twice, and it was like, what the hell's going on? And we went and changed the bottle, and yeah.
Well, to have that problem again if mine's all ready to run. Make sure you have that problem again.
Well, just tell Dean you don't want to run. Like I said, do motor to motor. We do that.
I was gonna put, and I still might. I was gonna mount the nitrous bottles in the back. I've got 2 15-pound nitrous bottles, great big son of bitches.
I said, just run bottle or run. Like I said, you're not running nitrous, so yeah. Dean runs just as, I wouldn't say as fast, but that little like I said, I gotta say,
how much does he run? Is it like 150 shot or what? So what's the difference with if he runs off or on motor or on the bottle? Is it around a second, or is it even that much?
Probably 3/4.
Okay.
7/10.
I'm just kind of gauging on what to expect whenever, because that's something I would like to do by next year too, is have like 150 shot of nitrous on that car.
Nitrous helps, but yeah. Like I said, that 440. Like I said, we had problems with it forever, dude. Like I said, we had Dean's always been a carburetor dude. Dean hated fuel injection. I couldn't stand it. Fuck that shit, or whatever. But we could not get that motor to run on freaking carburetor. All the carburetor. Hell, he had a damn 6-pack on it at one point in time. And it just didn't like it.
Which one is he running? Is he running the fast or the
fast now? Yeah. That's what he went to or whatever. And then it was great for a while. And then, like I said, we had a problem with the map sensor or whatever. That was a whole ordeal. Calling in, we've never seen a map sensor go bad. I'm like, I'm telling you, dude, the map sensor's bad. I don't know what to tell you. I was like, something's fucked up about it. Because, like I said, we spent a year like troubleshooting this damn thing. And then eventually I was like, fuck it, just buy a map sensor. Don't care what they say, just buy one. Bought one. We went in there and took the throttle body off, took the map sensor out. And it wasn't the map sensor itself, but it's got the little grommet that goes on it. It's on. It broke in half.
Oh.
So part of it, because like I said, we could tune the car and it would run fine. Great. You go, turn it off, next day, turn it on, and it would just be either rich or lean. It would just be all over the place.
Huh.
That's all it was the little grommet that pushes up and seals the map sensor.
Huh.
It was.
Well, I know Fastar, I know they used to, they probably still do. They make a dual, almost like a dual quad setup.
Well,
that's what you need to do.
by Holly now, so.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing. I don't think they're really updating the fast stuff like they are the snipers.
Well, they're not, because they want to sell the sniper stuff.
Yeah.
But he needs to buy a tunnel ram and a different hood and get that dual setup for that car. That'd be cool. And side pipes and big ass tires. Yeah. I think everything.
He wanted to tub the car, that being original. And I was like, it's like, dude, that's.
It's just so much easier. It's just so much easier to take a sawzall to the fender wells and let the tires hang out where they belong. I've just always loved that look.
Yeah.
I remember looking at the magazines back in the day and somebody sending a picture of their car like that, and the guys in the magazines would be giving them shit. Get those tires underneath. I was like, no, it looks good like that. Shit.
If it wasn't original, like I said, Dean's car is pretty. Like I said, it's the only one I've ever seen. 69 Super B, B7 blue, B7 interior with a white vinyl top.
Well, what was the base model of the Super B? Was it a Cornet?
Cornet, yeah.
Well, there you go. Just find a Cornet.
Yeah. That's what I've been trying to do. Well, let's say we got that 70 out here. We're going to 70 Satellite. We got the 66 we're playing with or whatever. But Dean's, like I said, that's just the only one I've ever seen like that. It's just
I wouldn't mess with it either. I wouldn't mess with it either if it's hadn't been.
That's the only one I've ever seen. Super B's getting rare. It's like we go to car shows, you don't ever see a Super, especially a Super B with a white vinyl top.
I don't like the shadow. I don't like the grills in them, but that's just me,
Well, it's
a lot of people love that shit. But
yeah, like I said, it's special to 69. It's got that little, and Dean hunted that was the only part that was, which he redid the whole back end tail balance and all that.
Yeah.
He didn't make it at the time, so he had to remake all that just on his own. But luckily, we found the front piece on the 69 that, like I said, it kind of goes up and over. Luckily, we were able to find one of those.
But that's like, there's a lot of people don't like the 71 Satellite and Roadrunner bumper, that one that goes hoops around like that. I love it. But then again, if my first car would have been a Super B or a Cornet, I'd probably love them too. So,
well, like I said, I was never a Dart guy until, especially like I said, mine's a post car, but still, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I never owned a Duster. All these cars I've been through, and I've always liked Mopars more than anything. I'd never owned a Duster, even back when everybody had Dusters, Never owned one. But now that I've got that one, you just sit and you look at it and you just see things in it. You're like, oh, well, that's cool. That's cool. Now I see why people like these cars,
It's kind of like you grow attached to it.
Well, I'm looking at darts now. I'm looking at darts now and looking at some of the stuff there. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I'd like to have one of them. Yeah. I just don't like what is it, 73 when they went to the fucking pointy pecker nose on the front on the darts. I don't like that. That's the only thing I don't like.
Yeah, mine's 68, 69 Dart. I'm good with anything. It's okay, but yeah,
I like the Scamp, like my year Duster to 74. Now I like the Scamp with the Duster front end on the square car. I like that. I wouldn't say no to one of them if I found it, but
Like I say, when I found, like I said, I guess this was 2008 when I bought the Duster or the Dart. And you got to think back then, Barrett Jackson had everything.
oh yeah.
Oh, it was all stupid, man. Like I said, I remember I looked at a '69 Charger, and it was just a shell, basically. Didn't have a steering column in it. You can see through the floor pans. I mean, it was just, like I said, nothing there. No hood, just a shell, and they wanted $7,000 for it. And I'm like, what the?
Well, that's the messed up thing, though.
Yeah.
That's the messed up thing is now you've got later A bodies like Dusters and Dart Sports and Demons, mostly Dusters and Demons. But like Meekham's had like 4 or 5 of them now go for $30,000 plus.
Oh yeah,
$40,000. And they're special cars though. But the thing is, the people see that go across the block. They look in their back on the back 40 and, oh, look, there's an old junk car that's that same shape when it was a 6-cylinder Duster, and they think it's worth $1 million now, and it's just not.
Yep.
At least not to me.
No. That's the thing. Just people just, like I said, I mean, it's America. You can ask for what you want, but
yeah,
whatever, I mean.
Well, and that's the thing. That's what happens. So is they ask a ridiculous price for it, and then they get disappointed when they don't get it.
Yeah.
And think people are just trying to screw them when they're not really trying to screw you. That's what that car is worth.
Yeah.
I mean, the shell on my Duster, I gave $500 for.
Pretty good.
I gave $500 for the shell, and gave $1,500 for everything to make it look like a car again. The front clip, doors, deck lid.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, I think I'm maybe a little over $7,000 in that car now, total. So I'm not hurting. I know if I wanted to sell it, if I asked 10 for it, I'd probably get 10 pretty quick for it.
Well, look at that Duster we had. It was a 7340 H-Code Duster.
Yeah,
they wanted $5,000 for it. We actually went to the car show up here. They had $5,000 on it, and we were going up there to buy some parts. Me and Dean both, and we both had about $1,200 on it. We went up there, didn't find anything we wanted. Coming back out, and it was out in the, out in the parking lot. And we're like looking at it or whatever. It's like, yes, whatever, blah 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 blah. It was like, we got $2,400 on us. Is all we got. Take it or leave it. And I was like, see if you can sell it. If you sell it, that's fine. Just if you want to get rid of it, let us know. And we actually went down the road to get a bite to eat. And we were there probably 5 minutes, and then it started pouring rain. Then the phone rang.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you want this thing? We're like, $2,400? He's like, I'll even bring it to you. So, yeah, they actually towed it from Ocala, where Don Garlits is, all the way over to New Smyrna Beach and dropped it off for us.
That's one of my bucket list things to do is to go to the Don Garlits Museum. I really want to go.
Awesome, dude. It's cool.
And I'd like to go. I'd like to go before he dies.
You need to come in November when he has his car show. And he's there. You actually talk to him. Like I said, we've talked to him before. And he'll be out there. He's got like a little side garage. That's all.
What kind of car show is it? Is it just his cars, or does he let people bring their shit in?
It's Mopars with Don Garlits. It's his own little car show, dude. Like I said, there's one kind of rip-off thing that's going around about the same time they've been doing the last year or two. But there's one with Mopars with Big Daddy.
If you get me information on that, get me information on that.
It's usually
that might be something I'd like to do next year. I'd pull the car down there next year.
Yep. Like I said, Dean's sold stuff. Like I said, they have a shop or a swap meet, everything there, dude.
Oh, see, that would be really cool. Yeah.
And the thing, like I said, he's got his own little garage sale thing set up where he's got some stuff. Like I said, you can buy memorabilia and stuff like that or whatever, but he's usually least 1 or 2 days. He's usually there. Like I said, he'll be just hanging out. Like I said, we've talked to him. Like I said, just about him not liking the 426 Hemi when it come out.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff. What's weird about Don Grant, he hates breaking stuff. He always liked to be easy. You know, he hated, like I said, he didn't want to run all out. He wanted to, you know, he wanted to make the whole weekend and make his parts and stuff last. Like I said, when they went to that 426 Hemi, he could never make it work. He always liked that 392 until he figured out that you had to put the time into it.
Mm-hmm.
Once you figured you throw the time into it, it was different. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's something I think I'd really like to do. Like I said, I've never really been. I mean, I like going to car shows and stuff, but I've never been. I've never thought that I'd like have a car that I'd put in a car show. But I'm like, what the hell, you know? I got kind of a unique looking car, and I could take it to the racetrack, or I could just take it to a car show, little piddly car show or something, and let people tell me how stupid I am for building a cartoon car. But you know. That's the thing, though. I walked all over, and like I said, it says something about me. I don't know what yet, but like I go to Mo Party every year, and last year I went. I didn't see nothing even close to what I built. I'm like, okay, either I'm way off, so either my car's a complete
don't
piece
worry,
of shit,
don't
and
worry
nobody
about what
like it.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah. But that's the thing. When you go to that, you kind of want to. You're putting a car in a car show. You are kind of worried about what people think. But just in my head, it's like, okay, either people are gonna hate it, or they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's so fucking cool." You know, there are gonna be people like me who just can't stop looking at the son of a bitch. So, I don't know, we'll find out.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to say I stick my nose up at anything, but you know, I don't. Like I said, to each his own. Is the way I always look at it. You know,
I don't like the overly restored cars. I never have. I don't like anything that's
there's
just
a place for them. If it's
yeah.
Like I said, like Dean Super B, I've never seen another one like it. You know what I'm saying? If there was 1,000 of them that was that way, and plus it's kind of, you know, Dean's the second owner of that thing.
See, but I like it because it's a little hot rodded, you know. It's not full blown race car,
Yeah,
but it's got some hot rod stuff on it, and he takes it down the track, and that makes me like, yeah, that's the kind of car I like.
The first guy that owned it got out of Vietnam, out of the Navy, and he bought that car, and he drove it all over the United States. California, he drove that thing everywhere, put nearly 200,000 miles on it, back and forth, you know. And like I said, he just parked it. And, actually, it was in a barn, and then he actually pulled it out of the barn, and that's when somebody shot it. Then his daughter, I think, run into it with her car and kind of screwed it up. So he's like, well, I'm just going to sell it. And that's when Dean got it. But Dean's still second owner of that car. And like I said, he cut the whole quarter panels out. And we actually tried to send that to him or whatever, but I guess he had already passed away. But still, I got comments on that video where Dean did that, and he was like, wow, that's Ron Dozier's car, you know. Wow, man, I remember riding back in that in the 70s, you know, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I watched for the first time. Tony sent it to me. Tony from Tony's Hot Rod Garage last night. He sent me the movie Vanishing Point. I had never seen it before. And I'm like, now I got more questions than answers. That movie was almost as weird as Two Lane Blacktop. Except Two Lane Blacktop, you kind of knew what they were doing. It's like, what was that dude doing? I don't understand it. Yeah, okay. You're on uppers and you're driving to California. Why? I don't get the whole, and they just never explained why.
I don't think it's the same reason everybody drove to California back in the day, but now it's totally different. Everybody trying to take big money.
Yeah, but like he was doing something illegal, obviously for money. But I don't quite get it. But that's all right, Okay, there was a lot of movies like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll have to check it out. I remember Vanishing Point, but I can't remember. I'm not. I have to read.
It's like the weirdest thing to me is in Tulane Blacktop. Okay, they come out of the fucking restaurant, get in the car, and there's this hippie chick in the back, and they both just look, and it's like, huh, and they just go. It's like, what the fuck? Did that shit happen back then?
You ever had a hippie chick just hop in the back of your car?
No, but I mean, she was cute. I'd probably done close to the same thing, but I'd have been like, at least be like, what's your name? Well, why are you here? It's like, yeah, I'll give you a ride, but I don't know. I guess the 70s was a wild time.
Like I said, even when I was in high school, like I said, it was, we had, like I said, the hippies, and they would do like I said, they would just take off, just walking and hitchhike and stay with people and just I'm like, okay, I don't know. You won't do that today. Hopefully you don't, but
no.
Yeah, that was just the thing back in the day, just to go.
Well, it's like today you get
nobody
your car.
Anything, just fucking start walking down the road and see where life takes you.
Can you imagine that? You and Dean come out of a restaurant, get in your car, and there's a chicken, but she's dead. She's a dead woman right there. You're gonna be like whenever fucking in Pulp Fiction when he shot Marvin in the face. It's just gonna be like boom.
Oh shit! I just shot Harley.
That was totally ad lib too.
Yeah.
I watched the thing on that. That was one of the best lines in that movie. He was just like, "Oh, I shot Marvin in the face." Like he said it like it was.
Oh damn!
Like it was oops. Oh shit! Well, I guess I'm gonna jump off here. I gotta get to bed.
First rules of gun safety: never put your finger on the trigger unless you're ready to fucking destroy whatever's in front of you.
Yeah, well,
just so you don't get monetized on YouTube, just where we're talking about it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For educational purposes.
Don't do like Vincent Vega and accidentally shoot.
Don't shoot Marvin in the face.
Yeah. And if you do, if somebody comes up to your house, do not say what Quentin Tarantino said in that movie, even though it was the funniest line. And I can't say it, but damn it, everybody knows what I'm talking about. You see a sign outside my house that says, yeah, I can't say the rest. But yes. All right. I'm going to jump off here on that note. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Oh, man. I wish I wouldn't have had all the internet trouble I'd have been on earlier. But
it's been good.
See y'all later.
One little hiccup, but other than that, it's been good.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess we could say it. You and Dean are going to be my guests next week.
Yep.
Okay,
I called Dean. He was at the go-kart races. His brother does go-kart races. He's filming on that, so that's go-kart content.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So we got them two on next weekend, and I need to get with Just Mopar Joe. He said he wanted to do it when No Name got closer. Well, it's getting pretty damn close now.
Oh, it's
all right. I'll talk to you later. We'll see you next Saturday.
Yeah, man.
All right. Bye.